This isn't the message that you wanted to hear. It's the message that you needed to hear.
Okay.
Got a little bit of a different video for you here today. You see, I had this whole other video that I planned on shooting, that I planned on releasing today, but I decided against it at the last second, and here's why. Because I was going through all the questions coming into my Instagram DMs, and I was going through all my YouTube comments and looking for questions that guys were asking me, and the vast majority of these guys were behaving in a manner that I did not want to validate. I did not want to reinforce their shitty belief system by answering their question and sending them on their way. So here's what I mean, because I'm not insulting you, I'm just inviting you to join me and an elite group of guys who are already living in something that I call the thriving few. Now, what is the thriving few? And conversely, what are these other guys living in? These other guys, the majority of these guys asking questions, sending me messages, are asking questions that I like to think of as the thirsty many. Now, here's the thing, if you're in the thirsty many, don't take offense and don't think this is any knock on you as a person. It's not, because I used to live there as well. But it wasn't until I had this shift in my mentality that I'm gonna invite you to take today that everything changed for me, that women started being more attracted to me, I started making more money, I started living life on my terms, I was less stressed out, I was more fulfilled and happy in my own life, and I want that for you more than anything. So this video is going to be your calling card. Now that said, what is the thirsty many? The thirsty many is simply a mindset, and it's a mindset of scarcity. For example, if you live in a world where you believe that money is scarce and money is hard to come by and money is hard earned, then when I offer you a book that's free, all you do is pay shipping and handling, you think, I don't want to have to pay shipping and handling, I should get the book for free, right? Because you have a scarcity mindset and you don't think something like this that can only improve your life is worth the few bucks to get it shipped to your home. That's a scarcity mindset. And when you have that mindset in one area of your life, that's gonna seep into every other area of your life. And if you live in scarcity, you will never be successful, whether it's with money or with women. Period. And here's why. Because if you have a scarcity mindset with girls, then you believe that when you finally find that one girl who finally meets all your standards, who finally gives you the time of day, you're gonna go out of your way to do whatever you can to try to win her over and get her to like you. And just because you live in that scarcity mindset, and just because she's your only option, you become needy. You become validation seeking. You become reaction seeking. You become so dependent on this one outcome, and if she does not approve of you, and if all your efforts to win her over don't work out in the end the way that you wanted them to, then you feel rejected and dejected and sad, and that will also affect every area of your life negatively. You're not gonna have the same charisma going into social situations. Your friends are gonna feel like you're a little bit more distant. You're not gonna wanna go out anymore. You're going to be a pussified version of yourself. And that is the ultimate fate of the guys who continue to live in the thirsty many. So this video right here is your calling card to leave the thirsty many, leave scarcity with money, with women, and start joining us and the rest of the Raw Dating Advice family inside of a group of men that I call the thriving few. Now, what is the thriving few? The thriving few, unlike the thirsty many, live in abundance. If they see an opportunity to improve their lives and invest in themselves, they jump at it, because that $7, that $10 to improve their lives is more than worth it. They realize that money has zero inherent value until you actually use it for something. And because they live in abundance in every area of their lives, with everything that they do, it seeps through into their relationships and their social lives and their dating lives. Because if they find a girl who meets all of their standards and who they find attractive, they're going to make her work for him, because they realize that she is not one of a kind. They realize that there are 3.5 billion women in this world, and if one girl isn't smart enough to see the value that she's gonna get with him, then he has no qualms about it, because he's the train who's leaving the station. He's not the train who's just arriving. He's not the train who's always gonna be parked at the station ready for her to jump on the train whenever she's ready. He's going to always be on the move. He's always the train exiting the station. option. And if she wants to jump on his train, she's got to catch it before it leaves, because if she doesn't, then he's got all these other people who are ready to ride his train, if you know what I mean. So, what are you gonna do right now? Are you gonna continue to live in scarcity, or are you gonna adopt this abundance mentality? You're gonna see women as not one of a kind, and you're not gonna put them on a pedestal. You're gonna see them for the beautiful creatures that they are, but at the end of the day, no girl's shit doesn't stink. No girl is one of a kind, and you're gonna make her work for you. And when you finally do settle down with one girl who you think is the awesome girlfriend, it's not because you were in scarcity and you had to do all these things just to win her over. It's because you had all these options. You had 10 women you were dating at the exact same time, and you chose the one that you liked the best. That right there is how the thriving few operate. They operate in abundance. They choose their one option that they want from abundance, not from scarcity. It's a subtle shift, but it makes all the difference. So what are you gonna do right now? Are you gonna continue to live in scarcity like the thirsty many? Or are you gonna join me and the rest of the Raw Dating Advice family and the rest of the guys in the thriving few and be more abundant in your lives? If the answer is yes, then I'm happy to have you here. Because the truth of the matter is, if you currently have a scarcity mentality with everything you do in life, you're not the type of guy who I work for. We're not gonna vibe. This is not gonna work out. You're currently a 3, and I don't work with 3s. I work with 6s and 7s and turn them into 9s and 10s. So if you truly just want to be exactly the way you are right now and you don't want to improve at all, then that's fine, dude. Go subscribe to some other dating coach who doesn't really know what the fuck they're doing and who won't give it to you straight like I will. And they'll turn you from a 3 into maybe a 4 or 5. And then when you become a 6 or a 7, come back to me and I'll turn you into a 10. That's my promise. This isn't the message that you wanted to hear. It's the message that you needed to hear.
Okay.